Great testament to success and to growth. You've been on the floor for the market open and can certainly feel the vibe just on this floor this morning. But what it does is it really bodes well to positivity and confidence through the capital markets for other listings to say we can do this as well. We can raise capital through public markets to enable the growth of our companies. So it definitely is a good success story and a feel-good testament to more listings and to encourage a greater investor universe.
Speaking of those more listings, how many do you have in the pipeline, say for 2024, 2025? What does that look like?
So the pipeline's much healthier than 24 months ago. It's hard to say exactly how many. Some are in the public domain, some are not. And timing is hard to tell exactly when they will land due to regulatory or other, just even sometimes the macro timing. But the pipeline is looking a lot healthier. This is our second listing. We had Powerfleet earlier this year with a dual listing from Nasdaq. This is our first South African company that is listing on the JSE. And we have many others in the pipeline across the mining space, a couple from the UK as dual listed in. So it's looking healthier and better, but very hard to say exactly how many that are in the public domain.
You spoke about the macro aspect. What is your sense of the push and pull factors here when you look at the local narrative from an economic perspective?
Yeah, it is an overhang. It's very hard to divorce the macro from any type of capital raise or growth story. So the macro dictates stem largely from the growth in South Africa, and then a lot of focus now from a political ambit in terms of execution. We've come through a power crisis, we've got lots of need in the infrastructure spend. So there's definitely an aligned objective between the effects of the macro and then growth in just companies or raising capital across the board. And so you need to see some of the elements and shifts in South Africa also start to turn to enable this growth at a broader scale.
As we wrap up, when you're having the conversations with the companies out there, what is the interest? What are they thinking of? What are they looking for?
So the interest is high. I think any form of capital now. We also launched JSE private placements. We see companies looking to raise capital there, whether it's through equity or debt. Definitely, like I mentioned, lots of interest even for the public markets, but things like the timing will matter. So people are interested to raise capital to grow their businesses, to really scale up. And that has a knock-on into the whole economy. We spoke about job creation today through this listing and what a company like WeBuyCars represents, 2,800 jobs. But that's what it means for South Africa. It enables companies to grow. They all contribute to a thriving economy, and that's what we need. We need more companies to get capital, raise capital, hopefully through the public markets, definitely on the JSE as Africa's largest stock exchange, and then just to grow their companies and to empower South Africa.